Oh, do I have a treat in store for you. Today, we're going to take some dish soap, some beautiful chameleon pigments, and something you can get outside for free to create the most beautiful crystallized dragonfly vase that lights up at night and is sure to add a little bit of happiness into your home. And the best part about it, it's so easy to create. Anybody can do this. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, thank you so very much for joining me. So what you see in my hand is a vase from the Dollar Tree. I decided to go outside and collect some of these little maple tree seeds. I think people call them helicopters. And I was going to make a fun but beautiful looking craft out of them. So we have a glue gun, some dish soap bubbles, this vase, and the little helicopters. We're going to take our dish soap and we're going to use it to create a beautiful crystallized texture. This is extremely easy to do, so it's great for all types of crafters. And I'm really hoping you give it a try. So the first thing I'm doing is just using a few random things to kind of stop my vase from rolling around. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, a lot of you have your little UV resin kit, and that is going to come in handy today. If you are into arts and craft in any way, shape, or form, this is a must-have tool in your crafting art box because it just comes in handy so often. You're going to see I use it today to create texture. You can use it for adhering things to projects. It's a really quick way to affix jewels. There's just so many options for using this stuff that I can't even get into all of them right now. We're going to stick with this video, but there will be a link for a really cheap kit down in the description below. So what you're going to do is add some of that UV resin to a glass vase, and you're going to get some dish soap bubbles, and you're just going to place them on top of the wet UV resin. You're going to hover your UV light over that area for about 30 to 60 seconds. And what's going to happen is the bubbles will imprint into the UV resin as it's curing with the light. And it leaves behind this beautiful texture. It's a honeycomb effect. It's a scale effect, you could say. I'm going to show you here just how to do this in a few areas because it's just rinse and repeat the same thing over and over until the glass vase is fully covered. So look at that beautiful texture. It's so easy to do. And once you put some type of light in there, it makes it look like it's crystal on a glass. So as I said, we're going to do one more small area here for you. Just put down some UV resin. Work in areas that are about, 2 inches by 2 inches. Take your time with it. And spread out that resin in a nice thin layer. And then go ahead and just scoop some of those bubbles that you made by putting some dish soap and water in a bowl and agitating it to create the bubbles. Place some of those bubbles on that wet resin and then hover your light over that area for about 30 to 60 seconds. When you have your bowl of dish soap bubbles, make sure you're not scooping up water. You just want to skim whatever you're using to pick them up. Just skim it right over the top of the surface of the water and grab the foam only. So after about 60 seconds, I remove the light and then I scoop off the excess bubbles that are left behind, pat it down dry with a paper towel, and then you'll see the beautiful texture. This will work on all sorts of surfaces: glass, canvas, wood, whatever you want to use it on. So as I said, I did the rest off screen because it was just repeating that process. And here is what it looks like after it's fully finished. So this alone will make a beautiful candle holder, a beautiful vase. But you know me, I want to take it a step further and play with a little idea that I had. I have seen this done elsewhere It's people have used these things forever, just so you know. So it's not a new discovery, but I wanted to try it out and pass along the tutorial to you guys so you could try it out. So everywhere these things are falling right now, and I call them helicopters. I don't know what the technical term for them is, but they fall off of maple trees. They plant into your grass and they cause a havoc. So, what I did was I went outside and picked up a whole bunch of them in different sizes and decided to turn this vase into a crystal dragonfly vase. And boy, oh boy, did it turn out beautiful. The way we're going to do it is like this. We're going to use our glue gun to create dragonflies. So we're going to pick out 4 wings that we feel look about the same size, like 2 bigger ones for the top of the dragonfly, 2 smaller ones for the bottom set of wings. And I will tell you this, I am such a doo-doo that I placed the wings upside down on the first one. So don't mind me. I'm still going to walk you through it, even though the wings are upside down. And as a matter of fact, I guess if the dragonfly is flying upwards to the sky, I guess the wings could be pointed that way. But anyway, I'm just going to show you how I built this thing, and then we're going to move on. So for the bigger size helicopters, I felt it would work better if I cut off that little seed area. So I just snipped off the end on an angle, just as you saw there. And then what I did was I made a little glue drop for the head of the dragonfly. And I kind of like started off in a, say, puddle, but then I kind of pulled it a little bit down. So an upside down teardrop. That's what I made for the head. And then for the body, I just made a bigger upside down glue drop and just stretched out the glue so it looked like the body of a dragonfly. And while the hot glue is wet, you have to get your little helicopter thingies and stick them into the wet glue so they become part of the dragonfly. So we'll go ahead and stick one in on the right side, one on the left side, and then the 2 helicopters down at the bottom. I hate calling them helicopters. It sounds so silly. The wings, we'll call them the wings from now on. So as you can see, the bottom wings are just a little bit shorter than the upper wings, and therefore it looks like a dragonfly, a cute little dragonfly. So I'll make one more with you. I wanted to make a few of these things. I ended up putting a couple on the vase that I didn't like and I removed them. You'll see all of that coming up here soon. But again, just a little round dot upside down teardrop for the head, and then an elongated upside down teardrop for the body. And then you'll see me here placing my little tiny wings. And the little tiny ones, I'll be honest with you, they come out the cutest. They are adorable. And look at the colors in the leaves themselves, or seeds, I should say. They're so beautiful. So after I did that, then I just made 2 little tiny eyeballs for each of the dragonflies with the hot glue. And then I was able to glue those to the dragonfly using a little bit of Dollar Tree adhesive. But you'll notice here, I forgot to mention, I'm working on parchment paper. So these will peel right up after you create them. And look how adorable that is. Now you may be saying to yourself, Tammy, those are very flimsy. They're going to fall apart. Well, I have a hack for that, so don't worry. We're going to make them sturdy. So here comes the adhesive for the little eyeballs, okay? And we're going to glue those on using a toothpick. So I just dipped a toothpick into that adhesive and tapped it on the head where the eyes would go and placed the eyes right into the wet glue. Now, I do want to say this is just a quick little demonstration on how you can build these. You can go ahead and paint them any color you want. If you want to use some acrylic paint, that would be really cool. Make the wings multiple different colors. For me, though, I wanted to use some chameleon pigments, and these I get off Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive for like a 12 pack. And what I'm going to do first, this is a champagne rose gold color. I'm going to dry brush it onto the body where the glue is, because the hot glue, when it dries, it has that rubbery surface, and a chameleon pigment or a mica pigment will cling to that. So you don't have to even use any type of an adhesive. When it comes to the wings, that's a little bit of a different story. But for the body itself, I just sponged a little bit of this dry powder on there. And I'm going to show you here in a second just how pretty that champagne chameleon pigment is. So here it is. Just pay attention to the body. See how it's going from a champagne color to a pinky, rose gold. It's beautiful. So now that was the one where I made the wings look upside down. It was just silly. Don't mind that one. Now I'm going to take some of that UV resin and some of that same powder, and I'm going to mix them together, because now what I want to do is I want to make my dragonfly sturdy and color my wings at the same time. So I'm going to add a little bit of that resin, a little bit of that powder, mix them together, and very gently, let me repeat, very gently, you want to brush it onto the wings that you made. And the reason why I say gently is because those little helicopter thingies are very fragile. So until we get this resin on and turn them into concrete, they're going to rip very easily. So just take your time. There's no rush. Pat it on there and everything will be great. If you want them to be more of a bold color, take the dragonflies outside before you do this step and spray paint them black, and then put something like this on there. It will just pop to the high heavens. So once I brushed that on all 4 wings, I went ahead with my UV light and cured it for like 30 seconds. Nothing big. I know my clock says otherwise. I just turn it on. I don't pay attention to the timer. Anyway, cure that layer and then come back in with some clear UV resin and just do one wing at a time. Put that UV resin on there and create like a dome on the wing, and then cure it for 60 seconds. And you can kind of see under there, it gives it a nice like doming effect on the wing, and it really makes it rock hard. The next thing you want to do is take a little bit of that UV resin, put it on the body, and then you can go ahead and sprinkle some sparkle on there and cure it with the UV light, and you have instant bling. You don't have to wait for glue to dry or anything like that. Again, that's why I love that UV resin kit with the light. It is the best thing to have when you're into creating crafts. So I went ahead and sprinkled my beautiful diamond dust on the body of the dragonfly, and we went and cured it for 60 seconds. And this is what it looks like when it's done. Again, I just wanted that champagne shimmer. I wanted to use the color of the helicopters in the art project, so I just added a bit of that transparent shimmer chameleon pigment, and it just looked beautiful. So here I'm just doing one more wing for you to show you how easy it is. Use the nozzle of the bottle, cover it with the UV resin, and then place the light over it for 60 seconds. If you wanted to, you can make some beautiful fall jewelry out of those. Just take one of the helicopter thingies, coat it in some paint, or as I'm using here, chameleon pigments, add a little UV resin, cure it, get a little resin punch that punches a hole through the resin to make jewelry, and then put a earring contraption on it, a earring finding, and you'll have beautiful dangle helicopter earrings for the fall or a necklace. Use your imagination, but here they are complete. How cute are those? I mean, come on, they were so easy to create. And now, like I said, they're as hard as a rock. They're not going to snap in half unless you really try to snap it in half. And the sparkle and shimmer is outstanding. Now, let's get back to our vase. We can leave this vase alone just as is, or if you want, let's dry brush some of this chameleon pigment over that resin surface. It's going to cling to it. You don't have to prep it with anything. Once you're done dry brushing this over that entire surface, take it outside and spray it with some spray varnish if you want, and you're done. It just adds a beautiful diamond sparkle and a color shift to the project. And again, all I'm doing is dry brushing it over the clear cured UV resin. Once you're done with that step, now you're going to attach your dragonflies. So remember I told you in the beginning, I attached some and I didn't like them and I changed them. Well, here's the part where I'm putting on that big one that I really don't like. I really feel like the smaller ones look a lot better than that bigger one, but I'll show you how I did it anyway. Just attaching some glue to the back of the butter. I keep calling them butterflies, dragonflies, and we're going to stick it to the vase and let it dry. And now that I keep saying butterfly, I wonder if I can make a butterfly out of these things. I'll have to look into it. But anyway, I put a couple on the vase just to demonstrate what it's going to look like. And here we go. So this can be a vase or a candle holder. This is it with some fairy lights in the vase. How beautiful is that? And how easy was it? It was so simple to create. Yes, I know that big one looks ridiculous. We're going to get rid of that in a minute, but it is so beautiful and it was so easy to do. It only took a few products and, a little bit of time. I think it took me all of an hour and a half to make this. There's so many different variations you can do. If you can create other focal points out of those little helicopters, go for it. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you have any ideas for these helicopters. I would love to hear them. So here it is with the fairy lights. As I said, I'm showing you a little bit of the sparkle there with my flash. I'm going to take the vase. I keep calling it a vase, but it is a candle holder. You can put a real candle in there if you want because it is glass. And I'm just showing you a little bit of that sparkle. If you focus down towards the bottom more, you see it a lot. It's just very hard to show this on camera, but it sparkles like crazy and it's just so beautiful. So next I'm going to show you it with a real candle in it. This is an actual candle. And then I went and put a fake candle from the Dollar Tree, one of those flickering. I think that looks better than the real candle, to be honest. But anyway, here it is with the proper dragonflies that I really liked put on it. And I think it looks a lot better. So, my friend, I want to thank you so very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to click the like and the hype button on the way out. Don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you think, even if it's just a heart emoji. And check out the description for the links of the products that I used in today's video. I will see you next Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, thank you for showing up today. I love you all and happy creating.